welcome back. It's a very rainy Monday afternoon, and here we go, continuation of the throttle position sensor saga. So having spoke to Mark, the previous owner of the car, he bought the car to me here a couple of years ago now, 3 years possibly ago, and to diagnose an idle fault. So we connected it up, and we discovered that there was an intermittent signal from the TPS to the ECU, almost exactly the same fault as you saw in yesterday's video in part 31. So Mark had replaced the throttle position sensor, and it seems obviously the problem is still there. So I'm going to just quickly check the TPS for resistance, just to see what I get. I'm going to jot the numbers down and take it from there. I'm going to do it on two fronts. Test the actual TPS, because it's not unusual to buy something and it to not to be working right. I'm not saying that's the case here. Excuse the wobbly camera. I'm not saying that's the case here, but you've got to check everything. So I'm going to check the resistance values on the throttle position sensor, and I'm then going to try and make an extra long cable for the voltmeter, volt test multimeter, to just check continuity between the TPS plug on the loom and the multi-plug where it goes into the ECU. I've got some diagrams for it. I need to dig them out because of the rest of the car receipts and other bits. So that's the two things I'm going to do initially. I'm hoping it's not the loom and the ECU, but I'm pretty sure it probably won't be the TPS now, with two of them successively not working. So yeah, so the thinking is to just wait, what are you doing? You got the foreman back in, so it's going to give me moral support on this. So yeah, basically test the TPS, check the loom, see where we are from there. Failing that, if both things are good, then I turn our attention to the ECU, and I'll get in touch with the guys at DTA Fast just to see if they've had this issue before, see whether you've followed this from the start or not. The ECU installed on this is DTA Fast. It's the S60 Pro with a proper Raycam custom loom, conversion loom, and into a generally throttle body. So yeah, we'll see how we get on with this. So we'll crack on. I'll see you in a minute. Right, welcome back. Now I've basically set up a little board here just so I can get a rough idea of what the resistance values are. I'm assuming you've got live, positive, negative, and the blue I'm assuming is a signal. I'm not an expert on this, but we'll give it a go, and we'll measure a couple of things just to see what the figures are, really. So what I'm going to do, I'll get you on here. I'm going to put the camera so I don't look too much in the way. Excuse the wobbly camera. So here we go. We have the TPS end connector. So I've got a multimeter, and I've actually put a couple of male connectors in so I can get them over the pins. So I'm going to go black and red first. As you can see, we've got black, red and blue. So I'm going to go black and red first. So I'm going to put the black connector onto the black pin. Put that over nicely, and I'm going to go red and see what values we get. Right then, so I'm getting 186 on that one. So I'm going to try moving the spindle, see if it moves. Okay, so 653. Hold it open. 652. Settled on 652. So black to red. 652. Boom. And I'll swap it around. It'll just give me the same figure, I'm suspecting. So just do it this way. So that's on there. And that goes on to the other one. Easier said than done. Nothing's touching, no. So we've gone there again from 186. Steady 652. Right, okay. So let's start. Was 186. Okay. Same with this. Ditto on there. So right, I'm gonna pin out on the blue this time, which is this one here. So that is on the blue, and I'm going to start off with its next door neighbour, which is the red one. So blue and red. So we're starting off with a 667. So blue to red, blue to red. Gives a start figure of 667, 667. And the blue, black. We're going to go TO for throttle open and CL for closed. So I'm going to go CL667. So we'll move the throttle. It should move in reverse, I'm thinking. Okay. So we're on 249 steady. So 249 steady. On the open. 249 T-O. Okay. So we're going to move, stay on the blue, go on to the black one. Ah, you bugger, that's come off. There we go. Right, okay, so now that's going on to the black pin. So we're 540, 39. Yeah, steady 539. Throttle closed on that. 539. CL closed. And we'll go full throttle again, nice and steady. And nothing's happening. Right, okay. Right, okay, so TO was no no change on that one. Right, at least got some figures now from that one. So the next thing to try is to go around. Let's go into pin this out and somehow access. Well, I'll have to access the ECU, and I'll be taking the cowling beneath the steering wheel cowling off just to get to this. So hopefully, I'm not quite sure what colours these are, because obviously they're grey chemmed and it's all sealed. So although this comes off, I'm going to have a look at this actually. Let's switch this off for a minute, get that out of the way. Where's my hook tool? Have a look at this. Right. Basically being very careful. I am just checking to see there is movement across all three. It's it all feels pretty solid. I'm just gonna put this back in. So we've got a red, white and blue cable on the TPS connector. So red, white, black, TPS, room. Right, so we got red, and black. So I'll know roughly what I'm pinning out at the ECU end. So, right then, let's get rid of that. It all seems fairly solid. No strains, no struggles there. It all seems like it's been living there healthily and happily enough. So I'll put that back on in a minute. So that's all protected. I'm going to disconnect this plug by pushing in these flat sides. And there we go, it's disconnected. So I'm going to take a few bits off the car and I'll catch up when you've done. I've done that, found a diagram for the ECU connections, and we'll see what happens when we start doing the continuity checks. Catch up with you in a minute. Right, welcome back everyone. Managed to find the schematics for the ECU. I'm looking at the second plug socket or pin number 34 for the TPS. And we've got the injection loom on here. So item 34, throttle position sensor. So we've got a blue cable and a live and a sensor ground. So we're looking at connectivity, continuity checks and insulation checks from 34 and both earth and live, but I'm looking, this is the one that we really need to look for as far as I'm concerned. There's the sensor what do they call it, the right, so throttle ports, we've got we've got the Gen V ports, so we've got red, blue in our case, and black, which is the sensor ground. So we've got the red is the wiper, and whatever that means, I'm not too sure, but throttle wiper goes at full open, so I'll check them all anyway. And so yeah, basically connect 5V side to which throttle wiper goes at full open. Any value 500 ohms to 20 kilo ohm is acceptable, and as you can see with this here, we were getting 500 to 20 kilo ohms and we're all good. So that's, I'm guessing that's good. But so yeah, we'll crack on with that. So I'm looking for, on the connector with the two keys, pin number hole number 34, and we'll go and have a look at that. I'll just take that with me. I'll take the headlamp. I'll take that. That's got a multimeter, but I need to configure that. So I bring the wire in from this round into the car to this pin. So I'm hoping I've got a cable long enough to do that. So we'll go with that one. So here we are. I've taken the cowling out, ECU in situ. I've taken out the external connector that goes across to the computer. So let me just, excuse the shaky camera. Can you see that properly? So all I'm going to do is take the ECU away. It's held on by Velcro. You'll probably hear it now. Very carefully, because I don't want to bend anything. So here we've got the back end connectors to the ECU. So where are we? Let's have a look. Push that one in, disconnect. So we've got two notches on that one. Look at this one. Okay, so we've got two notches and two notches on the top of this one, and I'm going to need to disconnect this this earth. So hold on a minute. Put this back on, make sure it's all secure. Okay, welcome back, for a minute. Just in the process of very carefully disconnecting this this earth point. Right, okay, so it's a 7mm. Right, okay, so let's take that off. Little washer and put that back on. Okay, so disconnect this plug, disconnect that. So ECU is now disconnected. So this one, this is the one that we're looking for, basically. I've checked the previous one, and I'll check it again for peace of mind. It's showing on this one, if you can see that properly, we've got single notch with two there, single notch two there, so that's not the one we're looking for. So we're going to go and have a look at the sensor connectors, which has 2 keys there and 2 keys at the top. So this is the one we're looking at. So looking at this, these 2 keys are close together, they're further apart, so we basically need to work do that. Move the diagram. So we are looking, as we're looking at this connector, we are looking at the top left pin or pinhole for TPS. I'm not convinced because it doesn't look like there's any cables going into that one, so yeah, so there's nothing on there. So however, we have a blue connector going, blue wire going into the connector at this point here. So we're going to go for second from the top down, which is this one. At least we can try and pin it out anyway once I sort out my cables. A long cable to get the test meter or voltmeter in here. So I'll be back in a jiffy. I'm just going to sort out an extra long cable. Right, welcome back. Managed to work myself a bit of cable in from under the bonnet. I'm going to whack the test pin on into there, so that's on the black one. Let's have a look right at this one. So we were looking at this one. Let's have a look. Right, okay, so it was let's have a look. So we had a red, white and black cable. Let me just confirm that though. Red, white and black cable. We're currently on the black cable under the bonnet. So we're on the black cable under the bonnet. So multimeter is on. So we're on that one. Okay, continuity there. So we've had black was good. Just confirm that one. We've had top right hand corner was white. White was good. Let's go red. Okay, red. Let's be on. Okay, on the red. Let's go find Mr. Red. Okay, so I'm wondering if it's going to be this one. Might be. Yeah, there's this one. So yeah, good continuity across all three. So Okay, so I'll reconnect everything. Connect the laptop to it all. Ooh, there we go. Let's get in. Okay. Get this earth back in. Because one of the things that happened with the TPS, with the throttle stops, I might have mentioned it in the last video, I can't recall, but was that it'd forgotten the TPS settings, and I remember clearly that it was good. It was set at let's be careful with this. Okay, right, so earth back in, connectors back in, and that just squeezes in up there beneath into there. So yeah, I was just saying that I'd forgotten its throttle stop positions, because I obviously had it on the 0 and 100, and on Saturday afternoon when I went to check it, it was on 98 and 0, so I'm not quite sure what's going on, but I've obviously checked the continuity now down across all of the three feeds, from the ECU to the TPS. I've checked the throttle position sensor, that seems to be working. So I'm going to reconnect the laptop and see what the story is. So let's see if we can if there's any connection there again. So I'm just going to get rid of this, switch my multimeter off, and I fear there might be a call or an email to DTA Fast with this issue. Not an expert in sensors and stuff like that, kind of know the basics, but I don't really go into any depth with this stuff, and it's all fairly new to me anyway, as I've always traditionally been a twin 40s, 45s, 48s and stuff like that. So this is a whole new avenue for me, this. So we'll go and connect the laptop back up, and let's have a look. You pan the camera. Right, let's have a look. Wait a minute. Let's connect that up. Key in the ignition. Okay. Well, let's exit and refresh it. Hopefully, there we go. Right, so it's reading the map. And again, look. It's come up failed. So I'm just about to touch it. Ah, will come up failed if it's not fully connected. There we go. Let's do this right. Okay, so let's get these out of the way in case I need to start the car. And okay, so let's find the keyway. Okay, right, bear with me a minute here because I need 2 hands. So we're connected up again. Yes, and of course we've got indication. So right, let's throttle stops. Okay, so press OK when the throttle fully closed. So okay, so the needle is green, so that is an OK. Now these values correct? Yes. Update and remain. Alright, okay then. Right then, so let's go real-time info. Real-time charts even. Okay, so in neutral. Right, welcome back. So we switched it off, back to this page again, floor it, let it go, touch back failed, I blip it, I go up fast, slow, return slow, blip it again and it flashes. So I'm not quite sure what's cracking on, and it keeps flashing up failed. I'm not quite sure what to make of it. So I'll test it again. So go OK, update and remain. Let's minimize this, get this back up. Got a failed throttle again. Confused.com. See you in a bit. Right, welcome back. It's sorted. Really simple thing really, as is the case with absolutely perfect idle with it now. Absolutely spot on. It's a bit smoky in here after being on full tilt, but there you go. So yeah, lovely idle. And today's lesson is basically it's been about throttle stops once again. Let's have a look. Let's get the throttle stops up. Display real-time info. Okay, so we've got the throttles good, nice steady idle, maybe a little bit on the quick side. We'll see how that goes. So we go to engine configuration, throttle stops. And note the volts position here. Previously it was on 58, I think it was. Speaking to the guys at DTA, first thing he did was get me to come up on throttle stops. And what's the number on the throttle position? And I said I messed around at this stage with the throttle potential sensor to have a look at it and check it over. And it was 38 at the time, and he said, well, that's the issue. So when you set your TPS on the throttle bodies, you should have a value here of between 100 and 200. So anything less, basically the ECU is thinking that we're getting our fans on here. Temp warning. Here we go. Why didn't the fans kick in on there? I wonder. It's getting a wee bit warm there, isn't it? Yeah, I was saying, so basically anything between anything less than 100, the ECU isn't getting the proper voltage, and then it defaults to overfueling, basically, which would explain the overfueling issue. So what you do with that is you set it between 100 and 200, and that just absolutely transformed the car. So happy days on that one. I'll see you in a bit. Welcome back. Got the cooling fans working, thankfully. There's just a sketchy connection in the junction box here, in the relay box. So that's sorted. So absolutely chuffed now. I've sorted it out. So basically, so far I've been running the car, it's been massively overfueling. So on the good side, it'll be cheaper to run now. So yeah, it's just been a brilliant learning curve today. So yeah, ace, absolutely ace. Brilliant. Guys at DTA are just brilliant, and all sorted. So in short, if you don't set your TPS properly, you're on a hiding to nothing. So it's a huge learning set So the huge learning curve is basically setting this little number here. So if it's not between, if it's anywhere between 100 and 200, we're good, and we're all good with that one. So a small little thing, but massive. The car, it's just transformed the car. It's just sweet as. So basically I'm just firing the car up because the fans have been on for a while, so they don't drain the battery. So, but yeah, massive breakthrough today. It's really is. It's a good day when things like this happen. So I just checked what the water temp is now. It's nice, down to from 92 to 72. So I'm going to check real-time graph, click and drag, so I'll zoom in on there. It's really quite hard to see the guys there, but it is there. It's just below that line, so that I'm chuffed. Yeah, throttle's there now. It's just wow, ace. There we go. It's let's just kill it there. So exit, yes, I'm sure. Happy days. That's it for this week. Hopefully now I'll be out and about again once now that this is sorted. As per usual, thanks very much for you all, to everyone that's following and liking the videos, and stay safe everyone, and I will see you next week.